viewers on Osrc television. My name is Oyewumi
Bara. Ondo State's Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa says his commitment to make the state better while improving the living standard of the people remains unwavering. Governor Aiyedatiwa, during a thank-you visit to Akoko Northwest local government area of the state, said the support of residents of the area led to his overwhelming victory at the 2024 gubernatorial poll. The governor, who rallied support for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu at next year's general election, stressed the need for all support groups to work together in realizing the set target. Aiyedatiwa, who urged more support of the people for its administration, reaffirmed his dedication to prosper the state and the people. The governor had earlier inaugurated vehicles donated to traditional rulers in the council area by its administration to promote their welfare and well-being.
Mo wá kí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ni. Mo ní bí ẹ ṣe o, gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba ìjòyè, ọkùnrin obìnrin àti ọ̀dọ́ ti Àkókò North West tí a wà lórí ìlú Àkókò North ní òkè àgbègbè. Mo kí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe o. Ẹ̀kọ́ àdúró ti ìjọba wa o. A ti sọ wípé Ondo State ó ti di ti Aṣíwájú Bọ́lá Ahmed Tinubu. Ẹ fi sọ́kàn o. Ẹ má gbọ́ ohùn míì mọ́ o. Ohùn gómìnà yín nìyẹn o. Ṣé mo gbọ́ ilé ìdìbò yàn mí? Nípa ni mo fi ara mi síbí yìí o. Ẹ̀yin lẹ dìbò tẹ jáde. Ìbò yín lẹ̀ pọ̀ ní Àkókò North West bí ìkànnì.
Tinubu dá sí wa.
Dì í fún wa. Mo wá fi ohun tẹ́ bí fún mi ní agbára yẹn. The mandate you gave to me as your governor to also declare once again that Ondo State is for Tinubu 2027.
Ìfúnni fún àwọn mọ́tò ọkọ̀ fún àwọn ọba.
In the meantime, President Bola Tinubu has held a closed-door meeting with the service chiefs at the Osrc Presidential Villa, Abuja. This marks Tinubu's first engagement with the Military High Command since swearing in General Christopher Musa retired as the new Minister of Defense on December 4, 2025. While the official agenda remains undisclosed, the meeting comes amid mounting security concerns, including the ongoing captivity of 115 students kidnapped from a Catholic boarding school in November, and the recent approval by Nigeria's Senate for troop deployment to Benin Republic following an attempt coup there. The engagement comes as the Nigerian Air Force conducted precision air interdiction missions at Dabal Masarawa, a known terrorist location in the southern turbans of Borno State on December 14, 2025. The Director of Public Relations and Information, Air Commodore Amen Ejodame, said post-operation assessment confirmed the destruction of the vehicles and neutralization of terrorist elements. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Air Force now has debunked a false claims making the rounds on social media, alleging that its C-130 aircraft currently being held in Burkina Faso was forced to land on suspicion of espionage. It also dismissed the reports that the 11 crew members and engineering personnel on board the aircraft were intelligence officers specialists trained on espionage activities, adding that at no time did NAV announce the release of the personnel by the Burkinabe authorities. Air Commodore Aime Ejodame, who disclosed this in a statement, says the aircraft in question was on a duly authorized ferry flight to Portugal for scheduled periodic depot maintenance, a routine and mandatory life cycle requirement for military transport aircraft, and therefore had no operational tasking or mission of any kind. It made it known that the precautionary landing at Bobo Dioulasso was initiated strictly on safety grounds in full compliance with standard aviation protocols. Furthermore, contrary to online speculation, there was no official statement from the NAV claiming that the crew had been released. The police headquarters in Abuja has announced that it has resumed the enforcement of tinted glass permit policy on January 2, 2026, pending the final determination of the matter currently before the court. Recall that a federal high court sitting in Warri, Delta State, and on October 2 this year issued an interim injunction restraining the Inspector General of Police (IGP) and the Nigerian Police Force (NPF) from implementing or enforcing the recently announced tinted glass permit policy slated to commence on October 6, 2025. Well, Force Public Relations Officer Benjamin Dane yesterday said that this decision follows a careful review of emerging security concerns and the need to ensure the safety of all citizens. O'Day clarified that at no point did the court restrain the NPF from enforcing the provisions of the law regarding the use of tinted glass on vehicles, but the force suspended enforcement to allow motorists ample opportunity to regularize their documentation and complete the registration process without pressure. He, however, laments that some individuals and organized criminal groups have exploited the gap to conceal their identities and facilitate crimes ranging from armed robbery to kidnapping and other violent crimes. The Nigerian Police Force found it both necessary and urgent to resume full enforcement as a proactive measure to safeguard the nation. And operatives of the Borno State Police Command has defused an unexploded ordnance planted under a network mast at Shuksun Federal Low Cost Area of Maiduguri. A statement by the Police Public Relations Officer of the Command, ASP Nahum Dasso, indicated that the AOD CBRN Base 13 team made this recovery following a report received by the Divisional Police Officer, Itep Police Division. Following the operation, it said the command conducted sensitization and safety awareness sessions for community members, emphasizing the importance of vigilance, prompt reporting of suspicious objects, and cooperation with security agencies to prevent security breaches. He added that the Commissioner of Police has charged all divisional police officers across the state to intensify patrols and fortify critical public and private assets, especially communication facilities and other sensitive infrastructure, to prevent acts of sabotage and ensure sustained public safety. The spokesperson reassured residents of the command's unwavering commitment to the protection of lives and property. The United States Embassy in Abuja has cautioned Nigerians on the serious consequences of visa fraud, emphasizing that falsifying information or submitting fake documents can result in permanent visa bans. According to a post on its official X handle, the embassy warned that visa fraud carries serious consequences, noting that lying or submitting fake documents can result in a permanent visa ban under U.S. immigration law, meaning the applicant will never be allowed to travel. The advisory coincided with a meeting between U.S. Ambassador Rachel Mills and Nigerian Foreign Minister Yusuf Tuga, where both officials discussed areas of cooperation between the two countries. The discussions come amid ongoing diplomatic contention of Nigeria's internal security situation. And as developing stories to join us at noon for World News. Good morning.